The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
Oh, really? You didn't get to finish that? Hey guys, AWO here in order. What's up? What's up? Yeah, early stream today, guys. Really early stream. Well, not really early. It's just earlier than usual. Welcome to the Aaron World Order. Oh shit, I got it. There we go. Hope you're all doing well. Tremendously well today. I'm doing well. Okay, I'm doing well. I hope to see people pop in the chat. Okay. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, alright. Better. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Do something. I hope I see people pop up in the chat. The wrong thing here. Wrong. Originally, we're going to start at 8 o'clock, but I really got nothing to do, so I'm going to start to. Originally, we're going to start at 8 o'clock. Earlier. Okay? Earlier in the stream. In the day. Whatever. Oh my god. That's the plan, okay? Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves. So I'd like to say hello to people that are going to eventually pop up in the stream. I'm going to get to DC related stuff, DC related content. DCU. I hope I see people in the chat. Okay. All right. Now I made a video on this. Autobots and Decepticons. Oh, that's Transformers. Oh, yeah, okay. That's Transformers. All right. Hope to see people in the chat. Oh, there's. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, it's DC. We're talking DC. Okay. Talking DC. Now, today, well, is it confirmation? Is it confirmed? Do we have confirmation that Superman, whatever, James Gunn is working on a team-up movie, as ironic to be just said? Are we getting that from the man James Gunn? Okay. Is that what's happening here? Are we getting that? Okay. Well, the trades say so. What the fuck? Oh. Well, I just saw an article that was clickbait, misleading. All right, let's go to Games Radar. Games Radar, okay? That's what I'm going to bring up for this. Give me my thoughts. If I have any thoughts, honestly. The future of DC gets very promising news. I only got one viewer. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I'm gonna take away this banner. Take away this banner. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna read this out loud. I want you to give me your thoughts. Okay. Obviously, comments below. Comments on the side. Obviously, make sure to like, share. There's only one. Obviously, there's only one person in the chat. That's okay. The future DC gets very promising update with James Gunn directing the next chapter in the Super Family, and the Batman 2 to start filming in months. Well, Batman 2 is far away, more than months, man. It's more than half. It's like a half a year. Following the summer Superman, the future DC is looking very bright. Very bright. That's the word. That's the first sentence there. The first sentence. A new update from Warner Brothers boss David Zaslav has confirmed that James Gunn is currently writing and directing the next installment in the Super franchise, and that the Batman 2 will start filming very soon. Okay? So this is coming from Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery or Warner Brothers. James Gunn is already preparing to write the next installment in the Super family. Zaslav wrote in a letter to the shareholders, as reported by Deadline. While Variety reports that Zaslav confirmed in the earnings call that Gunn will write and direct the next installment in the Super family. Super family. Okay. I'll continue. In film, James Gunn is busy preparing the next installment of the DC Super family. Okay. There's where I think. Oh, okay. Now I think people might be reading this into. I think something needs to be clear to air here. Okay. In film, James Gunn is busy preparing the next installment of the DC Super family, including Supergirl, Woman Tomorrow, Clayface, and the next Wonder Woman. Reads the letter. Okay. Clayface and Wonder Woman. Is there a mistake here by him? Because when he says super family, you think of Superman, Supergirl, Superboy, whatever like that. But then he says here, and if it's preparing the next installment of the DC family, Super family, including Supergirl, Woman Tomorrow, Clayface, the next Wonder Woman, and then the Batman, part 2. One problem then. Something doesn't add up with that. I think he miswrote. I think he miswrote here. So I think he might be confused. Something's not right there. Because you mentioned Super Family, then including Supergirl, Woman Tomorrow, Wonder Woman, Clayface, and Batman Part 2. What do you mean by that? That's not part of Super Family, is it? I don't think that's what it means. I think he might have misspoke. It's possible he misspoke. The 10-year vision for DC's universe also includes an exciting array of television projects, including The Penguins, the upcoming new season Peacemaker, and the debut of Lanterns in 2026. It continues in precise and measured way. The DC franchise will increasingly overlay across the studio's broader efforts, from film and TV to consumer product, games, and experiences, social. Okay. Something's not right, and this is coming from Zaslav. Although Gunn himself says he's in the process of writing the next chapter for Superman. That's not supposed to be a sequel, right? Right. Next time we see Superman, it's supposed to not be a sequel. He's in the process of writing it, and obviously the next thing he's going to write is directing. So I think Zaslav is right and wrong here. I do think he's right about Gunn. Yeah, Gunn is going to write and direct. I think that's obvious. I do think he's right there, but I don't think it's what I don't. When I think he meant Super Family, I think he really meant not super in terms of the Superman family. Just like it's just like a hyperbolic word where he refers to the DC. Like yeah, it's super. The DC universe is super. It's super. It's super. No pun intended. That's what I think because he did mention those two. So I think there's some confusion here. Okay, some confusion in this article with Mister from James Gunn, the man himself. I think there is some confusion. Okay. I that's what it sounds like in this article. I gotta read it again real closely, real close this time. Okay. I'm just specifically in this film. James Gunn is busy in film. James Gunn is busy preparing the next installments of the DC superhero super family. Super family. Okay, that right there doesn't mean Superman. He mentions Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and Clayface in the Batman. In the Batman, I think, I think he's right and wrong. We don't know. I don't. If we do get a Superman movie that's a team up movie, it's not going to be called Super Family because look, Super Family is not a good name for a movie. It's really, really cheesy. I don't think it'll catch on. Super Family. It sounds like that'd be better off for an animated movie, live action animated movie, not for a live action film, but live action animated. Okay. It's just a bad name. Oh, okay. Really bad name if you ask me. Okay. All right. I I don't know what to make this. I think there's some confusion because even there has been a lot of confusion with Gunn in the DCU. There has been a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of things out there like is it true or not? Do you believe it or not? Because it's always been like that with Gunn. You know, Gunn does come out and respond to hey Sideways with these kind of things. The thing is, I'm reading this article. It seems like he's kind of the whole DCU universe. He's kind of the whole DCU studios super. Not particularly Superman and Supergirl and all those. Just everything's super. Why would he mention Clayface, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and the Batman Part 2 in the same breath? The Batman Part 2, we know it's Elseworld. I think it's just yeah, we have this super family at DC Studios. We're proud to bring him into the family. I think it's calling DC Studios a family, a super family. That's what I think he's calling it here. Okay? I think that's what he's calling. He's calling the studio a family, basically. If that sounds kind of weird to say. No, you gotta save. You gotta build up some suspense. Now Marvel doesn't always do that, right? Not all the time. Well, sometimes. I think no. I don't think they do to need to. I think this is good. Oh man, this is gonna be a long, right? But I don't even know if this is really like. I don't know. I want James Gunn to come out and say it. Basically, say it. Yeah, I am doing a movie, a Superman team up movie. Just say it. I think you should just say it. Come out and say it right now. Uh, I don't know James Gunn's plan. Honestly, he he likes to play around in interviews. He likes to and some things doesn't make sense when he says. You know how James Gunn is. Like James Gunn is not very direct in his interviews when he's talking about his DCU. If you know the difference between Kevin Feige and James Gunn, Kevin Feige does a better job in his weird interviews that he does of detailing the future of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, the plans are, than James Gunn. It seems like Kevin Feige is more not concrete, but it seems like Kevin Feige, when he talks about the future MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, it seems like he's not disorganized. He's not disorganized. See James Gunn, yeah, James Gunn may be organized, but it feels like sometimes it's not what all it seems like. It seems there's a little bit of chaos behind the scenes there. Ah, oh, remember guys, tomorrow I will be talking about. I will be doing a Let's Talk Pop tomorrow. Okay. That'll be tomorrow. I'm doing a Let's Talk Pop tomorrow, episode 122. Got things to talk about tomorrow, that's for sure. A lot of things. Creature Commandos, I agree. I agree. I agree with you because Creature Commandos. I don't know if Degrassi's here. Degrassi loves that show. Degrassi loves everything DCU. Let's be honest. I don't find that show like. I find that show average, and I know that's considered the first project in DCU, but to me, Superman's really the first thing. I think animation should be on its own too. I do too. I think animation and video games should be separate from the DCU. I don't, but I agree. I do think Superman should have been the first thing for to kick off this universe, this new universe, DCU, because like Creature Commandos only they're niche characters. Nobody really knows about them. Okay, I know Peacemaker got a live action show. He's a niche character, but Peacemaker was kind of introduced in the movie, right? So he had some cachet there, right? It needed more episodes too. Yeah, it's just it wasn't great. It was okay. It was okay. Creature Commandos. It certainly wasn't. It wasn't. It's. Oh shit! What now? It certainly wasn't. It was. To me, it was the third best animation comic book wise last year. I mean, there's Invincible. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like Batman Cape Crusader and X Men '97 were far superior shows than Creature Commandos. Yeah, Sideways. I know. Supergirl. I think Supergirl will make more. Maybe you know what? I can see 300 to 400 million for Supergirl. I don't think he's going to make as much as Superman. I never said it was going to make as much as Superman. I don't think. I'm still going to say it's not going to make as much as Superman. I could be wrong in a year from now that it makes more than Superman. I don't think it will make more than Superman at all. But who knows? Stranger things have happened. Okay. Well, this is a team up movie. Here's the thing. Didn't I mention this on stream before? Before this became today? Guys, sideways, ironic ways, whatever. If we've been here before. If you watch this on replay. Didn't I say this before? I'm blinded, kind of downplayed it at the next movie Superman's gonna be. It's gonna be might be a team up movie, Supergirl. Didn't Blinded just dismiss that? That it actually might be a team up movie. Well, if it's true, well, I'm gonna look like a fucking genius. I'm sorry for my swearing. I apologize. Or do I? I'm gonna look like a genius though. Okay? I'm gonna look at a genius. Now Blinded is not here because Blinded went to see a movie. Okay? Blinded went to see Weapons. And I decided to do an early stream today because I really had nothing planned. Right? So like usually around this time of day I usually have things planned. That's why I do later streams. But today I don't. Okay, work and stuff. Working gets in the way. And I usually make videos when I take a break or when I don't have work. Usually. Okay? But I have nothing today, so I could make the stream. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing an earlier stream too tomorrow. Saturday we'll be doing it earlier. Okay, so I'll just let you know before I get back to this. For 3 days in a row, we're going to do earlier streams. Okay? Earlier streams. Okay? Okay? Sunday, we're going to do a late stream because I am busy in the afternoon Sunday. Let you all know. Yeah, he said that, ironic, which I remember that. It won't be Batman versus Superman. Nobody wants to see that. We don't want to see Batman face off Superman again. No, even though I still think if they did have Batman versus Superman fight, it would probably be better than the Snyderverse version. But whatever. You know what's funny? I kind of felt the same for Fantastic Four. I felt like Fantastic Four was the second installment too, right? Because it didn't feel like it's not an origin story. I mean, it didn't go through a montage of the beginnings in Fantastic Four. It kind of felt like a second movie too. Second movie. Okay. All right, I did. Right, I did feel like that. Right, it did feel like that for sure. That it felt like Fantastic Four was like a sequel in a way, even though it's not. Even though they explained all the things in the first 5-10 minutes about the Fantastic Four. Okay. I think he'll write and direct what he wants to do to DCU. I think he'll do what he wants to do. Like Superman, I think for Superman stuff, if he's passionate about something, he'll do it. He'll write or direct it. So I think it's like Superman, things like that, he'll write it and direct it. If Superman related. That's the difference between him and that's the difference between him and Feige, right? Feige doesn't direct. Doesn't direct anything. I mean, he's a executive producer, he's a president, but he doesn't direct. Gunn is a director, a writer, and he's going to be an executive producer on every DC film, though, because that's what happens. He will be an executive producer no matter what. He's not really. Is he a CEO or is he just a head, a co-head? I don't know if it's a CEO, man. I think he's just a co-head of DC Studios with Safran, a co-chair or whatever it's called. Now I got people watching. Oh yeah, welcome, welcome. I'm not sure, but yeah, it could be that. I mean, I think he'll just direct what he wants to direct. Direct. Oh my god. Right? I think he just wants to direct what he wants to direct for the DCU, and a lot of it. I think a lot of it's gonna be Superman related stuff. And I'm saying this now. I do think he wants to direct it. If there's a Justice League movie, I think he'll do that. He'll direct a Justice League movie. I'm gonna be right back in a second. I'm back. I just had to turn on the light. So, all right. So that's what. But I really do think he most likely would do the Justice League movie. That's what I think. If there's when we get a Justice League movie in 3 to 5 years, he's my leading candidate to see directing a Justice League movie. Okay, I think he's going to do it. Typical position, the guy. Yeah, CCL. See, yeah, okay. Thank you, Degrassi. Okay, I do think. I mean, he's when you get a Justice League movie, I think he's going to direct a Justice League movie because Gunn is very good at directing teams. I know Superman kind of is a solo movie, but there is a little bit of team up in there, right? And James Gunn is very good at directing ensembles. Guardians, Suicide Squad. Even though Peacemaker shot Peacemaker, there's an ensemble, right? There is an ensemble in that, right? Kind of. So I think Justice League. I think it's very good. I think he will direct Justice League just for the idea that it's an ensemble of different characters. I just hope when the Justice League movie comes out, Wonder Woman, Batman, whoever else, their characters are not different from the other directors who get to play around with them. Like if Andy Muschietti gets to play around with Batman, I hope James Gunn and Andy Muschietti discuss how their Batman wants to be in the DCU, because sometimes it seems like sometimes with Marvel, it seems sometimes there's creative difference. Not I don't want to say creative differences, creative choices with certain characters in the Avengers movies, and then their movies are not part of Avengers. Like Thor, for example. Like Thor is like Thor in the Avengers movies is night and day compared to the last two movies that Taika Waititi directed. They need to introduce everyone before just like the DC messed up rushing into it. Yeah, that's true. They needed. Okay, I just read that. Yeah, James Gunn should write and direct D-list and underrated characters or a team based on the DC, in my opinion. Okay, if you know, like the thing is, right? It seems like the Russos made Thor awesome, cool and stuff. I like Fat Thor though. I did like Fat Thor, but using Taika Waititi, they kind of made him a joke. I don't want that. I don't want that same kind of fear for DCU characters. Okay. Okay. I don't want that. I don't want that to change at all. Okay. But he is very good with ensemble teams. He is good with teams. James Gunn, right? He is great with teams, right? He's great with team ups. Very good at doing teams. I don't know why I said that like 3 times wrong. I guess I'm trying to just empathize it. It's good at putting teams together. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder went way too far with the jokes. Way too far. And it took me out of the movie. I think if that movie toned down the jokes and made Gore a little bit better character, they would have had a decent movie there. They would have a decent movie. Because I felt like there was a decent movie in Thor. They just went overboard with stuff. Severance packaged the deals. Gunn dreams them up with the story table. Just like told you before, anyone knew shit. They both have extensive Rolodex. They both have expensive Rolodex. They've been partners for 25 years. Be good. Be good. Be cooking. They cooking. They cooking, as the young people would say. They cooking, right, Degrassi? Let them cook. You know, that's it, right? Let them cook. They're cooking. They're cooking. They're chefs in the kitchen. I don't know. Oh my god. I sound so old saying that. I don't sound cool saying that. I sound like an idiot. I sound like a I sound like a moron saying that. I really I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, same here. I don't know much about the story either. Okay. Gunn, I think Gunn has to do a lot of explaining. And when Authority gets to production, all that, I think Gunn to me, Authority, I think Gunn has to do a lot of explaining about the Authority. You get people interested. Okay. Get some at least try to get people interested. And so those people that are interested could try to share it out, could try to use word of mouth about the Authority, how it connects. Okay, right? Okay. Watch it with Superman promo with Saffron, pure saffron leading the clip. It's hilarious. It gives great insight into their personal and professional relationship. I'll give it a whirl, as they say. I gotta get hip with these words now, man. Gonna get hip. Okay. Now Zaslav, he has to share this out with the shareholders, right? The shareholders are very important, obviously, right? They carry stock, and I mean the board could get rid of Zaslav, and he split into two companies. Now Warner Brothers split into two companies now, right? Right? The sports and all that stuff is not part of Warner Brothers anymore. The streaming, HBO Max, and the movies are a different company now. They split. Of course, you're going to make a profit now, okay? Because that's going to save a lot of money. When you split into two companies, it's going to save a lot of money, okay? Okay. Now, with this side note, now with WWE signing up with ESPN, Disney, there's going to be a lot of crossover with WWE and Disney, ESPN. ESPN. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. But unfortunately for you guys, if you want WWE from ESPN starting soon, you have to pay $30 a month. So I feel bad for you. What a whip-off. Uh, just like Thunderbolts, I wasn't excited about the Thunderbolts when the lineup was announced, but when stuff came out, I was interested. But low expectations, but I saw. I like Thunderbolts. I think Engineer is in the Authority. Yes, she is. I like Thunderbolts. I mean, I like some. I mean, I question some of the members like Ghost and U.S. Agent, but like I like Lena a lot. Red Guardian is fun, and there's Bucky. I mean, not the biggest Bucky fan. Okay, former extra government super team with something nothing to change the world. Okay, I don't know about Super Brainiac. I feel like if they're building up a mini arc with Superman, Supergirl, and other Superman related characters, I feel like it's going to lead to a villain that's kind of that kind of goes with. I'm not talking about Superman lore. I'm talking more about like Kryptonian lore, Krypton lore. So like Zod, maybe Brainiac, and others like that. I feel like if they're developing the mini arc of Superman and Supergirl all together into one arc, not Justice League, I feel like that's leaning towards like not just maybe not authority, but like eventually down the road, Brainiac, Zod coming. I don't know. Okay, like something like that. Something like that. These are superheroes. TJ in the house. What's up, TJ? What's up, TJ? Okay. Also, just don't call the movie Super Family. If it's called Super Family, then the DCU is dead. DCU is dead. Okay. It's dead in its water. Okay. It's dead in its water, man. The Super Family. I don't know about Power Girl, man. I don't know about Power Girl. Technically they could have Power Girl since it's 100 universes. So Power Girl, Superman, Supergirl, and the Legion of Superheroes. Welcome to the 31st century. That's a long ass title. Wow, that's a really long title. You think they'd go for that title like that? I would just cut it to Superman, Supergirl, and the Legion in the Legion of Superheroes. Uh, Supergirl maybe shows about Krypton. Maybe she talks about Krypton more because she has more experience about being older and living on Krypton. Yeah, everyone seems to be taking a statement too literally. um, no, that's the idea. Power Girl, yeah, I mean they have 100. Like I said, they have 100 universes confirmed for Peacemaker. So Power Girl is a possibility. Okay, Power Girl is a strong possibility. I mean, there's 100 universes. That if there's 100 universes, it confirms the possibility of almost every DC character in some way. Really, the possibility of 100 universes is endless. It's endless, endless. The Super Family. I like to see her on the big screen. Uh, if they ever cast Supergirl, that's gonna be that's gonna create a wildstorm. That's gonna create. What's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. You're gonna cast somebody, and you're gonna be like, people are gonna be like, they cast somebody with 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 no breasts. They cast somebody who doesn't have double D breasts, or they cast somebody with you know somebody that doesn't have breasts. Like, James Gunn doesn't like women. James Gunn's a sexist. He doesn't like women with big breasts. I don't know. No, I'm talking about Power Girl. Power Girl. You know what's gonna happen, right? You know what's gonna happen if they cast Power Girl? They're gonna cast a blonde woman with a blonde woman that doesn't have like double D's or whatever, or like you know. And everybody's gonna be like, Sydney Sweetie for Power Girl. When they don't realize in the comics, yes, most comic book women in the most comic book heroes in heroines, right? Heroines and villains. Yeah, they technically do have they do technically don't have flat breasts or anything like that. Flat chest. Most of them do have like either middle sized to big breasts, but you don't realize it doesn't happen in real life, man. I mean, there's been multiple women characters in Marvel and DC that have been hired by actresses that don't have knockers. Okay, Emma Frost, for example. Okay, January Jones. Okay, sorry, that's not sorry. It's not like that in real life, man. You think Batman is gonna be jacked like Jack? Do you think the actor for Batman is gonna be jacked like Bruce Wayne in the comics? The way Batman is drawn in the comics, no man is like that. Okay. Post-crisis, Power Girl has Atlantean times descended from the area of Lord Atlantis. Chuds are on the campaign for Sydney to play Power Girl. Look, the thing going around surrounding Sydney, Sweden right now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous as fuck. So, like, people on the left want to cancel her because of the ads, and obviously she's registered Republican. But I also think they're jealous because of how beautiful she is. Beautiful she is. She's a bombshell, and sorry, like she's capitalizing off. Don't blame her where she gets offered to do ads. American Eagle, this bathing the bathing thing that she's selling her soap, or don't blame her when the Harry Met Sally commercial that came out this year at Super Bowl at the Subway, and you see Sydney Sweeney's like, I want to have what she's having. Don't blame her. Don't blame her for that. Don't blame her for that. Okay? Okay? If you're jealous about City's looks and you want to cancel for whatever reason, that says more about you than her. Just like I don't think she's the best actress either, but sometimes a woman like that, they get cast in things a lot, cast a lot. Companies want to use her for ads, commercials. Sorry, it's like Zendaya, Zendaya, Zendaya gets tons of ads. Okay, she's in tons of things. Zendaya. All right. Margot Robbie. I think she's Margot Robbie. I think she's coming back. I think Margot Robbie is coming back as Harley Quinn. I was about to say somebody else. Yeah, Harley Quinn. And I'm telling you that the actress Emma McKay, her name's McKay. She does look like Margot Robbie. But I think Margot Robbie is coming back as. I do think she's coming back as Harley Quinn. I still know Warner Brothers and Margot Robbie have a good relationship. Very positive, good working relationship. Okay, right? And I think she worked working with James Gunn, so I think she'll come back because of that. What do you think, guys? What about you, Degrassi? What do you guys think? In fact, I think her production company is doing business with Warner Brothers. Is going to produce some things with Warner Brothers. I believe, right? Right. So I think she's okay with on really great terms with Warner Brothers. I think she'll come back as Harley Quinn. for the TCU. King Shark, Bloodsport, Matt Casher might come back. I don't know. I don't know what you could do with those characters going forward. Harley Quinn there is. I don't know what you could do with King Shark going forward. I don't know what you could do with Ratcatcher going forward. I don't know what you could do. I really don't know what you could do with those three characters going forward. You could technically say, I don't know, this Bloodsport is the one that shot Superman. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Isn't King Shark Return the Creature? Isn't King Shark Return Creature Commandos? He might be in Creature Commandos. Yeah, I is he? He might be. I'm not sure. I don't remember. He might be. A part of me wished they rebooted King Shark because I like the version they did in CW Flash. Actually, it's just that Scott video game King Shark is actually not bad. Not bad either. I feel like that version. It's not a bad version either. I do like the CW version too, but uh, that's quite different. Having a new Joker who isn't Jordan with her would be hard to explain to a larger audience. Hey, it would still be better, right? It would still be better. It would still be better without Jared Leto's Joker. And we've seen her in the DC movies without Joker before. Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. Yeah, he wasn't. He was in Creature Commandos at the ending. Yes, that's correct. I think they could say it's a different universe. Ironic Ridge. They could say that with with Harley Quinn. They could totally say that. That's what I think they'll do. Maybe they'll say somebody else. Rumors going around that internet might introduce villains in his TV series. Yes, that's a rumor going around. Yes. Sorry. King Shark should have King Shark should have been a villain for Aquaman off the jump, or a side villain at least. Nanaku is a shark god. He can be OP in the movie, and then downgraded in Suicide Squad. The worst King Shark was the one in Assault, the animated movie. Oh, so in Arkham. All right, all right. In the show, uh, I would say Livewire, not Amazo or Metallo. Livewire most likely, most likely. I think we'll get Livewire. To me, Livewire. That's what I think we'll get. I'm gonna say Livewire. That's. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Livewire? Livewire, Metallo, or Nasal? I'm going with Livewire. Yeah, that movie was good though. The Saw Arkham was a good movie though. Parasite? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, Parasite's not a bad choice either. Parasite could be a good villain. I mean, he absorbs. He absorbs. Right? Is a power. He has the ability to absorb energy. Yeah. You remember in the TV show in its animated series, he what he does, he absorbs energy, but if he absorbs like energy from a metahuman, he's able to steal their power. They built their power for a little bit. I remember when he absorbed Superman's energy, he was able to have Kryptonian-like powers. He was able to fly, shoot heat vision, super strength. I remember Parasite was able to do that in the animated show. That'd be interesting if they had Parasite do that, be able to steal people's powers or metahumans' powers and have it for the time being. I would like that. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. At least to me, it would be interesting. I'm going. I'm going to go for up to at least 9 o'clock. Maybe at best, that's 40 minutes. Continue suggesting ideas. I take down this article. Okay. Okay. Ow. Maybe. All right. All right. There we go. There goes the article. I'll check out Tony's stream after this. Don't worry. Like I'll check out Tony's stream. TJ, if you have to leave early to go to Tony's stream before this ends, I understand obviously. So I know he's streaming. I think Tony is streaming tonight, right? Tony's streaming tonight. Let me check if Tony's streaming. No, I don't think we see Maximum and Volcano. No. Ginger Wolverine. Ginger cock. Oh man. Yeah, he's going live. Yeah, okay. He's going live tonight. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we'll get Maximum and Volcano. Look. Here's the thing. What's Jimmy? I think Jimmy Olsen is going to be more like reporting on like characters in Metropolis. I don't think he's going to be traveling around the world. I don't think he'll be traveling around the world or the country. Okay, like, what is he? Oh my god. Oh, sorry for that. I burped. I apologize for that. I officially apologize for that burp, guys. Because I'm drinking pop. Okay. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, I saw. He's drinking tonight, Tony. I saw he's drinking tonight. Good for Tony. All right, so okay. All right, all right, all right. I guess I guess Superman flopped, huh? That's why Superman flopped. There's gonna be no sequel. They're not gonna continue this. Well, I guess those people are looking bad. Is it a Sturgeon-thon tonight? Oh, I'm gonna listen to that, man. I gotta listen to that. Sturgeon-thon? It's always it's always great to listen. It's always great to hear Sturgis. He's a great comedian. Sturgis should get his own Netflix special. Seriously. Seriously. But yeah, everybody, oh yeah, the movie failed, it flopped. You're not gonna get us. You're not gonna continue this. You're not gonna continue this. Well, they look dumb. Oh, I'm not answering that, man. I don't answer that kind of stuff. This is not a conspiracy theories. But oh man, so Hot Girl. What, you don't think they're Swift? She's just, you know what? I don't know. The problem with Hawk Girl, she was useless. I mean, she wasn't useless. She just wasn't used a lot. She was kind of ignored in this film. Like Mr. Terrific is reported getting his own show. Guy Gardner, Guy Gardner is going to be in Lanterns. Where's it going to leave Hawk Girl the next year or so? Nowhere. Oh, Peacemaker. That's right. But I think, like first, she's gonna be like in the first episode. I'm pretty sure that scene where they're looking to recruit new members. I'm pretty sure that's in first episode. First episode. But it's all leading towards a heel turn for Maxwell Lord. Maxwell Lord, because that's what Maxwell Lord is in the comics. He turns from a baby face, supposedly a baby face, to a heel. So that's just all the plan is to turn Maxwell Lord into a heel, eventually. Okay, that's what happens. I don't know who's a villain in chapter one, but he is destined to become a villain. Okay. Oh, Montegrassi, come on! They need to. They need to. They need to get that version of Maxwell Lord. Look, his name reeks of his name. Maxwell Lord just reeks villainous name. Okay, that's a name that just reeks villainous. There's like no villainous name in the history of comics that would sound perfect for a villain. Maxwell Lord is perfect for a villain. She was just a member of the Justice Gang. Yes, she was. But that's like Maxwell Lord is a perfect name for a villain. Okay, and Maxwell Lord in the comics, he starts to get paranoid about metahumans. Okay, and yeah, we know about Wonder Woman killing him, and he comes back from the dead. But we know that he habitats, hacks, and sabotages his brother I and the Omax. Makes all that right. He's responsible for the Omax targeting metahumans. It's funny. Took 20 years of publishing. You know what's funny? When I was watching X-Men '97, Bastion was kind of like a Maxwell Lord of X-Men in that adaptation because the Omax in DC, they were regular humans too. Omax were not just robots made or androids made; they were actually humans too. And the Sentinels / human hybrids were humans, right? Were humans turned into those Sentinels by Bastion, and Bastion is technically a mutant, right? Bastion is technically a mutant. I think what's his ability? Psychopy? What is it? What was his mutant ability? Where he was able to control machines, right? So like Maxwell Lord in Bastion are quite similar because Maxwell Lord has developed a metahuman ability to be a telepath, right? Even though he hates metahumans, but he uses metahuman ability to his advantage. Yeah, but that was a different meta. That was a yeah. You see, the thing is, that was a kind of a little bit different Pedro Pascal version of Maxwell Lord. He did. Obviously, the only similar thing was he gave people what they wanted. I guess I don't know, and he was kind of like a con man. Nothing really like the version of in comics. The only reason why the only reason why I think they put Pedro Pascal's Maxwell Lord in Wonder Woman '84 is because Wonder Woman and Maxwell Lord have a history, and Maxwell Lord has become kind of like a Wonder Woman adversary, I would say. After being in the comics for many years, has become an adversary of Wonder Woman, Diana Prince. You might get something like OG Kirby, Mac, not the Dan Dillis 52 bullshit. I didn't read the 52 one. I mean, I don't the 50 most of the 52 shit sucked. Shit sucked. So I didn't. Darren Aronofsky and Ari Aster were co-writing Plastic Man. For okay, that's here Degrassi. We said were. When I read that word, something happened because when I read that word were, it sounds like there's no progress, no progress, or like it's I don't know, like were. I mean, are they something happened where they decided to stop? Okay. Uh, okay. All right. So I guess we've got 25 minutes, at least 25 minutes. Okay, I go for 25 more minutes if I can. Tomorrow we're gonna probably have a longer show, maybe. Around this time we'll start our show around. No, actually, not this time. Or a little bit earlier. I'll be live around this time when I do my show tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll still be live. Let's talk pop. All right, that's gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow we're definitely gonna talk about. Let's give you a little preview. Tomorrow we're definitely gonna talk about Transformers, Dune 3, some Warner Brother news, a little bit related to DC, but over Warner Brothers. The merger between Skydance and Paramount. Talk about what else? Other things too. Whoever pops up again. and why. I'll tell why I think Michael Bay. I'll explain why I think Michael Bay is not a good choice to come back to do Transformers. Something like that. Superman's relative success has shuffled the board around a bit. Did they update the box office of Mojo today? I'm gonna check. I haven't seen it today. Let me see if they checked. Superman box office. Did I get 562 million? So Fantastic Four is at 382 million. So Fantastic Four is on the verge of reaching 400 million. It's Fantastic Four and Superman. Fantastic Four is gonna get to 400 million by Monday. I can see that. It'll get to 400 million by Monday as box office mojo updates. And Superman, I'll say we get to 600 million Wednesday. I'll go Wednesday next week. But yeah, all right. Are they doing a Deathstroke and Bane movie? Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be strictly a Deathstroke and Bane movie. I think there's more to this movie than they're letting on. That's what I think. I don't think it's strictly a Bane and Deathstroke movie. Yeah, James Mangold. Because James Mangold's getting ready for his next movie, right? Yeah, I think recently James Mangold. Oh yeah, recently James Mangold is working on a film where they just cast, I believe, Timothée Chalamet in it, similar to like F1, right? It's like a race car or a race car movie or something like that, right? So yes, I think James Mangold recently cast Timothée Chalamet for his movie, so he might be working on that first. Yeah, it's a good team up Bane and Deathstroke, but I don't think it's a Bane and Deathstroke movie. I think there's more to this. The both movements technicians. Yeah, but I think there's more to this. I think there's more to this movie than meets the eye, man. I think it's gonna be a team up movie, a group movie. Oh, Secret Six, or what's the other group? I don't know. I think there's more to this movie than just a Bane and Stephro pure team up movie. I think there's more. And good with fists. Secret Society. It could be a Secret Society. Hell, it could be Justice League Doom. I don't know. They get multiple villainous groups. Justice League Doom, Secret Society, Secret Six, Checkmate. Oh, well, Checkmate's not technically villain, but whatever. But it's not really villain. Something the MCU doesn't do. You know. A good mini Avengers style movie would be like a group of Marvel villains teaming up together to take on Avengers, or it'd be interesting. But they never do that. They don't listen to us. They do not listen to us. Doom, and I can't wait. I can't wait till 6 years from now when DC announces Justice League Doomsday. Justice League Doomsday. And we'll have Doomsday in it. I actually do think. Here's the thing. I do think Justice League, if they do a movie with Doomsday, I do think it's actually going to be better served as a Justice League movie. I really do. I do think Justice League Doomsday would be better served off as a Justice League movie. A Justice League movie than a Superman movie. I think that's what I think. But the thing is, I don't want to see him battling Doomsday for the whole fucking movie, 2-hour movie. But there has to be more to Doom because Doomsday. Like, we need a villain. You need a villain that manipulates everything. Oh, whatever. Also, recently, James Gunn, shifting over to the Batman. James Gunn said no. Hush is not the villain in the Batman Part 2. He said, yeah, Hush. He said, oh yeah, we don't have a script for Teen Titans. That's not true. We don't have anything. We don't have anything on Teen Titans right now or anything. We're not focused on Teen Titans. And he said about possibly Hush rumored villain in the Batman Part 2. Yeah, he said that. No, that's not true at all. Oh, shit, man. He did say that. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. Okay. But I don't know who the villain's going to be. I mean, My Thomas Shine doesn't know who the villain is. My Thomas Shine's a freaking liar. You know that, Sideways, right? My Thomas Shine's a liar. Don't believe him? I don't. Here's what My Thomas Shine doesn't have. My Thomas Shine is a liar. My Thomas Shine doesn't have scoops. Okay? Villain Brand New Day. Okay? My Time to Shine. Everybody on this chat, we roast My Time to Shine. We roast My Time to Shine. We laugh at My Time to Shine now. I don't know how people could take it fucking seriously. And we know it's a she. I don't know how people could take My Time to Shine seriously. It's just that I think it's because people are just want to believe anything without anything. Okay? And I think it just froze. Okay. It makes Peter do this when the rest of the league gets defeated and Superman has to take him out in the end. Yeah. I mean, there was a movie on that. Remember the Superman? I hear she's an old woman. What? Transformer Doomsday. What? My Time to Shine is an old woman? What? 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 I got. What? My Time to Shine might be an old woman? Oh my god, if that's the case, an old woman on you. Can you imagine an old woman coming on X just to make fake scoops about Marvel and DC? Be like, oh my god, just to troll these young whippersnappers. I'll be like, some people, what? Everybody's getting trolled and lied to, duped by an old woman on X pretending to be a scooper. That's funny as shit. A boomer me. That's making me laugh. I gotta tell Blyden this. I don't know if Blyden knows. I know he's not here, but when next time I gotta tell Blyden this in Discord. I gotta tell him. Remember the scooper? Can we get toast? Whatever. Remember the scooper? Can we get toast? That was driven off the internet by Marvel. Like Marvel was really Marvel was going after him. Can you get toast? Is that an old man? Is that an old man? Is that an RPK? A teenager? A child? Is that an RPK or an old man too? With all these scoopers that hired by behind anonymous accounts are either little kids being trolls, or older people. And I mean older people. I mean older people than Degrassi, because I mean like in the 60s and up. Oh my god, that's actually funny. That's actually making me laugh. Oh my god, that's good. That's oh man, I think I get a heart attack. Ah, all right. So what was I? I got 14 minutes left. Okay, 14 minutes left. Yeah, Michael Bay and Zack Snyder could co-direct, right? Okay, so we got up there in the Batman Part Two. All right, Batman Part Two from the same letter that Zazov sent to the shareholders. It's confirmed that Batman Part Two will begin filming. Told us to do Transformer Fast and the Furious. Batman Part 2 will begin filming in the spring of 2026. Still untapped to come out in October of 2027. Yeah, so a year and a half from begins, right? So obviously it will be done by October of 2026. So yeah, the timeline fits. They don't have to delay it. They don't have to delay it from because they're starting it filming in 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 spring right? So yeah, the time will fit. So the October date, since it's starting to film in 2026 spring, October date doesn't need to be moved. It doesn't need to be moved. Obviously, it can make that time. Obviously, So I know there has been over the past months about when are you gonna start filming the Batman? When are you gonna start filming the Batman? My guess is I don't know if it's official. I don't know if it's official yet. My guess is Robert Patterson. I know he finished the Odyssey, filmed the Odyssey, right? Maybe his scenes for the Odyssey. But my guess is if he's confirmed for Dune, my guess is once he's done working on Dune, he'll move on to the Batman because Dune is just beginning filming right now, and by the time we get to next in Dune, Dune will be finished filming. I don't know how many months it'll take. I'll assume November, December. I assume by the time it's done Dune, that's when he'll get ready for Batman. If he's officially confirmed for Dune 3, I'm not sure. Let me check briefly if he's confirmed for Dune 3. Yeah, Robert Pattinson is confirmed for Dune 3. Sure, I think, yeah. Okay, he's confirmed for Dune 3. Okay. All right. Um, Sideways. I don't think they're gonna do any Dune films after Dune Part 3. I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna do any films after Dune Part 3. So here's the Odyssey's filming. Dune Part 3, it's filming. dramas in post-production, prime times in post-production. So after he's done both Odyssey and Doom Part 3, so I think they're basing it on his schedule because they're basing the start date of Batman on his schedule because he's Batman. He's the star of the franchise, right? They can't start filming without him. Technically, they can. They can start filming without him. The characters are not. They're not in the scenes with him. But if you watch the Batman Part 1, 95% of the scenes had Robert Pattinson in it, right? I mean, like more like 96, 97% of the scenes had Robert Pattinson in it. Almost every scene. There were some scenes that didn't, but almost every scene had Robert Pattinson or Batman. I mean, like, if you think about it, Batman has so many scenes with Robert Pattinson in it. Yeah, Villeneuve's doing James Bond after Dune 3. That's correct. Yes. Yes, he is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it lines up with his schedule, right? Lines up with his schedule. Remember, there's been people in Marvel pulled out of Marvel projects because they're committed to other roles. Remember, it happens. But he's the star of the Batman franchise, the Matt Reeves franchise. So they're doing it based on his schedule, right? I'm sure that wasn't the original plan, but the movie got moved back 2 years. Originally, it was supposed to come out this year, right? Originally, it was supposed to come out this year, 2025. Remember, we're supposed to have Superman and the Batman come out in the same year. Batman Part 2 come out the same year. Remember that? And then it got moved to 2026. Remember that? A year in 2026. Then it got moved to 2027. 5.5 year gap. Remember that. Okay? Remember that, guys. All right. I'm done for the day, guys. And it's not 9 yet. It's almost 7 minutes to 9, but I'm done. I got nothing else to say tonight. Before I end this stream, like I said, let's talk pop tomorrow. We got things to talk about. Yes, I always say Messiah, 3 big movies in 3 years in a row. But things to talk about tomorrow, we got Transformers, we got Dune, we got all of those things to talk about tomorrow. And obviously things that'll be announced tomorrow too. News that'll be announced tomorrow too. We'll talk about tomorrow. Let's talk pop. Put it 122. I'll be doing it around the same time as this stream. And this Saturday we're gonna do an earlier stream too. Maybe like last week. And Sunday we're gonna do a later stream on AEW The Tracks. But once again, always look for my videos in between, right? And yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night, evening, night, whatever. Maybe it's afternoon where you are. Whatever. See you tomorrow.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I want.